Fuel your training or fall behind. Fuel your training or fall behind. Fuel your training in terms of nutrition, calories, carbohydrates, electrolytes, protein. Now, of all the preps I've done in the past, I've really used nutrition and diet as a competitive advantage. It's one variable that we are in control of, and that if we control that variable, we can use it as a strength to improve our fitness, to recover more efficiently, to fuel our performance. And I've used that with marathon preps and ultras in the past. But I will tell you, I'm eating more food. I'm consuming more calories now in this prep out of any other prep I've ever done. Because some of these days when I'm going for, a 10, 12 mile run in the morning, I might be burning 1,000 calories during that run. And then in the afternoon, I'm doing a big circuit that requires a big effort, and I might be burning another 1,000 calories during that training session. I got to eat a lot of food to fuel that training and then promote effective recovery. Now, the issue with a lot of people running races, and like I said in the beginning, High Rocks is a running race with obstacles, in my opinion. And it's really easy to get into the mindset, the headspace that lighter is faster. And that is true. When you go to run a race, if you are lighter, you will be able to run faster. It requires your body less energy to move that body from point A to point B because it weighs less. That is true. But underfueled is ineffective. Lighter is faster, but underfueled is ineffective. And if you're underfueled, you cannot perform. And especially in an event like High Rocks where it requires strength. You're not just running like a marathon, for example. You need strength in your upper body and in your lower body to push through these functional movements, these obstacles, if you will, to be able to move through them as fast as possible to get to the next 1K. And if you're underfueled and you're not strong enough to move through the obstacles, the functional movements, and the run, you're going to be ineffective. So it would have been more beneficial to come in at a heavier weight and fueled as opposed to a lighter weight and underfueled. So a few different ways to look at fueling your training. Because if you don't fuel your training, the reality is you will fall behind. At a minimum right now, I'm consuming about 4,500 calories. And it's about 225 to 250 grams of protein, about 125 grams of fat, I would say, and 450 to sometimes 600 grams of carbs a day based off my training. I'm consuming a lot of carbs right now. The first thing I do when I wake up at 4:30 a.m. is I go into the kitchen, I eat a Go bar, and I have 2 scoops of G1M Sport. So I have 76 grams of carbs shuttled into my body at 4:30 a.m. as soon as I wake up in preparation for my run that starts at 5 a.m. Now we have to look at daily caloric intake. Are you consuming enough calories throughout the day to ensure you're fueling your training and promoting recovery? So it's looking at total daily caloric intake as well as calorie timing, like how you're placing these calories, these nutrients around your training to facilitate the best performance possible. And I've been using all of our fueling sources through BPN. G1M Sport has been my best friend in this prep. I do 2 scoops of G1M Sport, like I said, before every run. And 2 scoops is 40 grams of carbohydrates, 700 milligrams of sodium. I also have a Go bar with that G1M Sport before every run. I'm using G1M Sport in the afternoons before my High Rocks circuits. I'm using Go gels during my longer runs on the weekends, as well as my tempo workouts and track workouts. And then I'm consuming electrolytes throughout the day, every day, especially when I started training for this event end of June in Texas. June, July, August, even September, when we're hovering around 100 degrees, inside that garage gym here at BPN HQ, when the AC is shut off, both garage doors are opened up, there is literally, it looks like someone's holding a faucet over my head. Down the bill of my hat is a steady stream, like no lie, a steady stream of water coming down off my hat, hitting the floor. I lost so much water and so much weight and so many electrolytes during some of those training sessions of the summer. And I'm still sweating a lot during these workouts, not like I was when it was hot out, but in some of those workouts, we recorded my weight before the training session started and after, and I would lose 8 to 10 pounds in an hour during some of those workouts. The amount of sweat that I was losing was incredible. So it's utilizing carbohydrates and electrolytes primarily around your training sessions to facilitate the most optimal training environment and ecosystem possible. You have to set the conditions and set yourself up for success with carbohydrates and electrolytes around your workouts to maximize performance. And then ensuring you're hitting your protein goals every single day. So a good baseline for that on average, or a good rule of thumb, is 1 gram per pound of body weight. I like to increase that a little bit more. So I weigh about 200 pounds right now, but I'm shooting for 225 to 250 grams of protein a day. Part of that is I just want like some overage based off the amount that I'm training to help prevent muscle breakdown and promote better recovery. And also I just like protein sourced food options. I like chicken, I like salmon. I love steak. We're doing steak like 3 times a week right now. I'm making some steaks tonight that I'm super excited about. I could eat steak for every single meal, every day of my life, if it was an option. And that makes it really easy for me to hit my protein goals. A lot of people struggle with their protein goals. It's never been an issue for me because I look forward to protein-based food sources. And another big part of fueling your training, or you will fall behind, you will bonk, you will fall out, you will fail, is your pre-training meal, your pre-training nutrition, which I've kind of talked about so far, but that's where the importance of, if you're waking up early to go train, do not train fasted. Once you train fueled, you will never train fasted again. You will feel the positive impact of performance and recovery when you incorporate carbohydrates and electrolytes before your training sessions, as opposed to training fasted. So get those carbs in, get those calories in, get those electrolytes in before, during, or after your training sessions, making sure you're hitting your protein goals throughout the day, and then calories are king. So getting your calories in, because if you don't fuel your training, you will fall off. You will bonk. You will fail. I promise you that.